Welcome to our first review on Fear Street.
Beer, 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 beer. Today, we are reviewing Psycho Goreman, available on Shudder today. We're cutting edge, folks. Get ready for it.
Right? Always on the pulse, always. Knowing us, there's gonna probably be a couple of spoilers. So if you have to hit that pause button to go watch the movie, we'll be here. We'll wait. We have nowhere to go.
Still fierce, like always,
Right?
you know?
Just waiting on you. Waiting on you.
Waiting on you. So get ready. In Psycho Goreman, young siblings Mimi and Luke unwittingly resurrect ancient alien overlord who was entombed on Earth millions of years ago after a failed attempt to destroy the universe.
I hate when that happens.
You know, it's a hard knock life, but somebody's got to live it.
Can't plan for everything, I guess.
Right? So
I always had a hard time being into trauma films as a kid. I appreciate them and I appreciate the style, but they were just never for me. And I think part of that is that the characterization needs to happen for them. Just it does something to me, and I don't know, it makes the characters unattachable for me for some reason.
yeah, I usually have a huge problem with kids in horror. This one though was a complete turnaround for me. I loved this movie. I thought the kids were endearing. I thought the humor really helped them. I really enjoyed the characterizations between the younger sister was the badass that wasn't scared of anything, and then she was really the one pushing the plot forward. And the brother was the one. The older brother was the one that was like, I don't know about this. Let's hold off, because that was totally me as a kid. And so I was like, I'm with you, dude. And then that one scene, I'll mention this now, that when Psycho Goreman is changing into his like human clothes, when it shows the kids are also dressed up, and it's super subtle, and I love it. But like the brother is in like more feminine clothing, and the sister is in more masculine clothing. I thought that was a super subtle way to play with gender identity, which a lot of younger generations are doing today. Loved it.
While we're on that moment, I'm going to go ahead and get into representation because that's just what I do. I thought that the hunky boys moment where Psycho Goreman realizes he might be into hunky boys was very cute. I'm excited to rethink pieces on that though, because I don't get to say what's cute for a whole myriad of reasons. I will also note though, I only saw 2 Black people in this film. So like, what is a small town? One of them had one scene and was a cop, and the other one was used as a vessel for another character. So never even got to hear her real voice. This white actor spoke for her because she was her vessel. So we're keeping that alive. I also didn't like the way the one non-English speaking character was treated as kind of just like this throwaway joke. It just felt wrong. And that's just something to keep an eye on as we're making our films and having fun, just checking our biases.
Things to learn from and grow from.
Right.
One of the things I think really served the film well, which you kind of mentioned earlier, was the style, because I thought it was consistent throughout the whole film. And I think a lot of where some films I've seen similar to this one go wrong is that at some point they try to make it serious, or they try to change it, and that's the big twist. And I'm like, that's not what I'm here for. So I thought that the style was consistent and it served the film super well. The one thing I would cut, just for pacing reasons, was the alien background flashback stuff. Some of it was cool, but I felt like some of it needed to be cut just because I didn't need it as an audience member.
Yeah, like some of it was really cool. Some of it was some of my favorite parts of the movie. But like I said, this wasn't for me. So I'm kind of just like, I see the purpose and the appeal of a movie that gives you a reason to gather the family around Shudder on a Friday, because there's not enough of that. You can't have your kids watch like The Devils. And so like,
please don't.
But they should. I think it's a cute little gateway horror movie for kids who can deal with some gore and some monsters, because it's basically a little bit gorier version of a Marvel movie, that kind of violence.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I like I said, I super enjoyed this movie, and I think it is the perfect family fun movie night that is perfect for like anyone that's an early teen up to 30 years old. It's super fun. And the gore, like while there is gore, much more than in most superhero movies, it's stylized to where it's not like super realistic, you know.
Yeah. And there's not as much as you would think there would be for a movie with gore in the title. So like way to avert expectations. But yeah, like I said, I'm indifferent. I don't have a strong opinion either way. I think it does what it wanted to very well, and I just am not the audience for it.
It happens, you know.
Yeah.
So again, make sure you check out Psycho Gorman if that's your cup of tea. Make sure you check that out on Shudder. It is starting streaming today.
Today. That's our sound budget right there, y'all. Y'all didn't know that.
Ah.
All $5 spent. A special thanks to our friends at Shudder for making our first Fear Street review possible. Thank y'all.
Yes. And as usual, make sure you hit us up in the comments if you agree, if you disagree, if you're indifferent, if there's something that we missed that you really enjoyed about the movie or something that we missed that the movie could have been better with, let us know in the comments. We love it. And as always, make sure you stay fierce out there.
Bye.